So here we go, we're about to head down to the engraving site, but just very quickly, you can read that. Flat exposed areas of Hawkesbury sandstone provide an ideal canvas for Aboriginal art. And that's right throughout Ku-ring-gai, and as far as the eye will ever be able to see, whatever sort of weather we have, it's all mostly sandstone. Of course, there are no active volcanoes in this area. So there's no basalts or granites or a nice trickling of water across the path. It's a very good day to come out because everyone's probably watching Netflix and chill, and I'm out here getting soaked, which is my idea of a really good day. So take care of the sights. Of course, we will sort of see it upside down, but take note of this figure here. All right. Now I think his name was Burra, if I can remember correctly, but that's him and his sky canoe. Now, most certainly mainstream archaeologists will say otherwise, but their stories, the Aboriginal stories, say that it's a sky canoe, which is very interesting. They depict everything, that all the wildlife they can see in this area, and we're not far from the other sites. It's only a couple 100-metre drive from the other site, and would most certainly be very walkable, and not even a few hours if you follow the tracks by foot. Just going on the walkway now. I'll start with Bulgandry Man. This is called the Bulgandry Aboriginal engraving site. Unfortunately, this area's changed a little bit, unfortunately, because people will engrave graffiti, but here it is. This is, I think his name was Burra. Of course, correct me in the comments, like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content. If you are interested, I can happily revisit a lot of areas where I've been to over the years and seen many sort of engravings, and most certainly the paintings, the red ochre paintings at Hands on Rock off Ewan Road, which is sort of between Cassilis and between Mudgee, off the New England Highway. But he's what we call Bulgandry Man. Around his waist, I can't remember what that was supposed to be. They reckon it's a woomera or something. But their stories do state otherwise. I'll have to look at documentaries I've watched again and read the books again. It's all a bit fuzzy. But that's the canoe, the sky canoe that he arrived in. And the story is, now of course we can't see it, but Mount Yengo would be in that general direction to the southwest. And legend has it, the stories go that when he arrived, he would set the top of the mountain on fire. And he would, of course, he flattened the mountain with his sky canoe. So that's, I can't imagine a canoe flattening a mountain if it's made of wood. But it would make a huge rumble as he arrived. And he spoke to the local people in all these areas. I guess they'll gather. Here we go. See, this large oval figure may be a canoe. Canoes were made from bark with ends folded and waterproof with grass tree resin. From these canoes, fish were speared. Well, I see a kangaroo for some reason. But these are, of course, authentic carvings here. There is another kangaroo wallaby at the left of the canoe, of a kangaroo's head at the head of the canoe. So you can see the kangaroo's head there. Now, whether the front of the ship is being described, but let's just say it's a ship, for example. How would you describe in ancient terms what the front of even a rocket would look like? It was pointy like a wallaby snout, would be one story, I suppose. We have here, it might be a bit easier to see. We have the axe grinding grooves. So these were created, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, not sure if that's natural or it might have just been to grind up seeds, like to create a sort of bread. And you can see all those yellow flowers, they do bear those seed pods that style of acacia seed pod that is known to be ground. I don't know if it's that species though, but the water trickling through there, which is remarkable. Absolutely stunning. You wouldn't know some stages, especially stages of drought, how difficult it can be to even find water at even somewhere like Somersby Falls or Carryong Brook, which I can take you to those places if you like. Like, subscribe, comment down below, whatever your interests are. Just having a look now, of course, another kangaroo. Kangaroo and a spider, which I would say might be the Sydney funnel-web spider, which does live in the Hawkesbury sandstone regions as well as the Sydney Basin, or Cumberland Basin rather. A fish, possibly a flathead, being speared perhaps, and Bulgandry man is just over there. Quite a nice depiction there. This is supposed to be a woman behind a kangaroo. The kangaroo is life size. She might be chasing, I don't see how that would be a woman because women wouldn't be hunting or chasing kangaroos rather, so I'm not sure what the story is behind that, but nonetheless, very interesting. Could be a dolphin. Dolphins, of course, we're not far from the water, Brisbane Water, which is a body of water that feeds into Broken Bay, which also feeds into the Tasman Sea. So it's all easily accessed by boat. There's not too much here. So it just says it could be another type of fish on the plaque. I say it's an eel. I don't know if an eel. I've seen eels at my high school, actually, Minor High School. There's a creek running behind there, and I've seen eels in there, but certainly don't look like that. Could be a whale, depiction of a whale maybe. That's what I could possibly imagine. Of course, another fish. There's no plaque for this one. This is why these ones are fake, because these weren't here. They certainly weren't here when I was mountain biking through this area from about 1998 through to about 2002. Go on the mountain bike up here and all the tracks out here, and so those, unfortunately, vandalism, which is disgusting. Could be carved, could be natural, not sure. That most certainly has been here for a long time, I would say. So this is the site here. We're heading back to Bulgandry man, or Burra, as I think his name might be, with his sky canoe. But yeah, canoe flattening top of a mountain, I don't see how that could possibly happen, and you don't have to be very intelligent to realise that a wooden canoe is not going to flatten top of a mountain or make a huge noise. So, very interesting. And they didn't have written language, but they certainly did depict in rock art form. Alright, well, this will wrap it up. I'm going to head back home to Newcastle, about an hour's drive in these nice wet clothes, but nonetheless, one last look. I'll go around slowly. It's very absolutely lovely. Starting to clear now. Alright, that'll do it. Thanks for watching.